So what we're going to do is on the 23rd, when the reset happens, you're going to get the new Wondrous Tales for that day. You're then not going to complete that. You're going to let it sit in your inventory until the day you open up Reaper or Sage, whatever you're planning on taking. You're then going to turn that in, get your half a level, and then grab another book right away, right off the bat. Because those books last for 2 weeks, so you can have the one that's 2 weeks old and have it ready and prepped, and then grab another one right away. You're going to then switch to your level 80 job and bang out a couple of these things real easy solo, because we know what the queues are going to be like. They're going to be awful. You're going to take half an hour more to try and get into a party. Unless you got a tank buddy that's willing to go for you, you're going to want to do this solo, and then you're going to turn in a second Wondrous Tales on that release day once you have it. And then you're just going to be instant level 71. The next thing you're going to want to do is, I'm sorry to say it, you have to go through your inventory. It's got to happen. You don't want to deal with it when you're in the middle of the expansion and all of a sudden you got to make space for some random doodad that they want to give to you. Just take care of it now. Trust me, you'll thank me later. With all these things in your inventory, like depending on the gear, you can either take and you can desynthesize it. Let me know in the comments below if you want a whole guide on desynthesis too. Or you can turn it into your grant companies, which is really good, or just sell it to a retainer. If you just got a whole bunch of junk, just get rid of it. All the mats that you have for Shadowbringers, most of them are going to be completely worthless. So just get rid of it and we won't have to even think about it. This also means your Chocobo saddlebag. I know I got like dyes in here. I got lost armor from doing Eden in here. Books from Savage. You're not going to need any of this stuff. Just get rid of it so you don't have to deal with it during the expansion. This also means your retainers. I know you got some stuff in there that's been there the entire expansion. Like, I'm really big on housing. And I just got a whole bunch of stuff in here, page after page of housing items that I just don't need. And there's going to be so much more cool housing stuff in the expansion that this is all garbage. You don't even have to put it in your inventory. And if you have a controller, it works even faster. All you have to do is just have retainer sell item. It's so quick just to do it with a controller. It's worth even just plugging in a controller. If you don't play with the controller and you're a mouse and keyboard person, just plug one in to get rid of your retainer stuff. The other thing you're going to have to do is go into your armory and get rid of all your extra stuff in here that you don't use anymore. This can be made a little easier if you look at the icon, and in the lower corner, see how this one has like a little page and this one doesn't? That means this belongs to a gear set that I have equipped to one of my jobs. And this one does not. I'm not using it for anything. It's just sitting in my inventory. So I don't need this. I can open up my inventory and take it from my armory chest and just put it in there, and I'll deal with my inventory after I go through every one of my slots and take out all the stuff that I don't need. After you're done with that, you're going to tackle your Glamour dresser. I know it's full. I know. Trust me. But there's a lot of stuff in here that you just don't need. Like, I'm not going to put these glasses on anything. I'm just going to restore item and it'll take it out. Go through, comb through it. There's going to be so much cool stuff in the expansion. You don't need all this stuff from A Realm Reborn. Take it out of there. Make space. The night before the expansion, you're going to throw away every single belt that you have, or turn them into the Grand Company or desynthesize them. They are taking belts out of the game. I'm serious. If you didn't know that, they are taking belts out of the game. You will no longer be able to equip them. They're good for nothing. Except for the speed belt. If you have the speed belt, you can hold on to that. Later on, you can trade that in for a ring. But other than that, get rid of them. The belts are no good. Also, with cleaning your Glamour dresser out, I know you might be a little afraid of, like, I don't know where I can get these items. So the Calamity Salvager and the Recompense Officer, I believe, are in every city. and you can talk to them, and they have your old like job specific gear for sale. Anything that you've gotten from a quest, it's just 1,000 gil, and you can pick it up right here from them. And then this recompense officer has all the old like event items that you've gotten through the years, so you don't need to hold on to those either. You can pick those up whenever you want to make a glam around it. Clear out your quest logs. You can only hold up to 30 quests in your quest log. So while you're out in the new areas, picking up side quests, doing the MSQ, you don't want to all of a sudden see a message saying that you can't do any more quests. So clear them out. You can come in here, abandon them, or go and complete them. I'm going to do a lot of these later today. Also, you want to stock up on ventures. Go to your grand company, and I have 1,100, and that's not nearly enough. I am going to farm Heaven's Word Trials just on super fast, just to get it the gear and turn it in so I can exchange for more venture tokens, because your retainers will make a lot of gil come the beginning of the expansion. You're also going to want to make sure to gear up your retainers. Your retainers also have eye levels just like you, and if you go into your ventures and your hunting log, this is where you're going to make early game money with the expansion. So your battle retainers bring back mostly leathers and fleece items for your weavers, and all that stuff is dropped off of monsters, and you can bring it back like early expansion, even up to like today. This sea swallow skin is still worth quite a bit of gil, but if you look, when you go to assign it, your retainer needs an eye level of 395 to even go on this venture. So you want to make sure your retainers are leveled up. If your FC doesn't have someone making the tier 3 experience buff, you can go to your squadrons, and they have manuals that you can use to get 15% experience bonus instead of 10. But I think the more important one here is actually the Gatherer and Crafter survival manuals. These stack with other manuals that you can get with your script, and you can get both Gatherer and Crafter, which increase experience bonus by 20%, and that will stack with your script survival manual that boosts it by 150%. This, you will level crazy fast and be ahead of the curve and be selling all those super expensive items right once the expansion drops. To get these revised survival manuals really quickly and easily, just do your custom deliveries from now until the expansion comes out. You should be able to get a lot of script that way, and then you can just buy them from here. Revised engineer manual. The last thing you're going to do is the night before the expansion comes out is turn off your say and your shout. You don't want anyone ruining the MSQ for you. So turn it off and just enjoy the story. There's no need to rush to the end, and I'll see you in Endwalker.